topic for today is all about finding the equations of the line. I am Mr. Jonathan Piroman, a Math 8 teacher of Ilaya Barangka Integrated School. The objectives of our session: first one, find the equation of a line given the slope and a point. Second, find the equation of a line given 2 points. Third, find the equation of the line given the slope and its intercepts. And last, solve word problems involving linear equations in 2 variables. We will start with finding the equation of a line given the slope and the point. Given the slope denoted by m and the point x sub 1, y sub 1 on the line, we use this formula. And this formula is called the point slope form, which is represented by y minus y sub 1 equals m quantity x minus x sub 1. Let's start with our first example. Write the equation of the line that passes through the point 2, 1 and has a slope of -3. Our step 1 in identifying or in determining the equation of the line, for example number 1, is identify the point and the slope in the problem. Our given point here is 2, 1. This will represent our x sub 1, y sub 1. Again, our x sub 1 here is 2. Our y sub 1 in this particular problem or in this given is 1. The given slope in example 1 is -3. This will be denoted by the symbol m. So m is equal to -3. Step number 2. Substitute the given point and slope in the point slope form formula. Our x sub 1, y sub 1 or our point is 2, 1. The given slope is equal to -3. Our point slope form formula is y minus y sub 1 equals m quantity x minus x sub 1. Substituting the given point and the given slope in the formula, we have y minus 1 equals -3 quantity x minus 2. Since there is a parenthesis on the right side of the equation, we will remove that by distributing -3 inside the parenthesis. And that is y minus 1 equals -3 to be multiplied to x and -3 to be multiplied to -2. And the result will become y minus 1 equals -3x plus 6. Transposing -1 on the right side, we have y equals -3x plus 6 plus 1. So as we do the technique of transposition, we will change the sign. That is negative, that will become positive, or vice versa. Simplifying 6 and 1, since they are both constants, we will have y equals -3x plus 7. And this will be our equation of the line. Take note that our equation of the line is written in the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Our equation of the line can also be written in standard form. Now, to change in standard form, which is ax plus by equals c, we will just copy our equation of the line, which is y equals -3x plus 7. We will just pattern this particular equation to our standard form. Looking in our standard form, which is ax plus by equals c, all the terms containing x and y are written on the left side of the equation, and the constant term is written on the right side of the equation. So following this order, we will transpose negative 3x on the left side. And that will become positive 3x plus y equals 7. So our final answer could be y equals negative 3x plus 7, which is written in the slope-intercept form, or 3x plus y equals 7. Let's proceed to example number 2. Determine the equation of the line in y equals mx plus b with the slope of negative 3 over 5 and passes through 8, 10. Step 1. Identify the point and the slope in the problem. Our point in the problem is 8, 10. This will represent our x sub 1, y sub 1. Our x sub 1 is 8. Our y sub 1 is 10. The given slope in the problem is negative 3 over 5. This will be denoted by the symbol m. And that will become m equals negative 3 over 5. Step number 2. Substitute the given point and slope in the point-slope form formula. Our given point is 8, 10, while the given slope is negative 3 over 5. The point-slope form formula is y minus y sub 1 equals m quantity x minus x sub 1. Substituting the given point, which is 8, 10, and the given slope, which is negative 3 over 5 in the formula, we have y minus 10, which is for our y sub 1, equals negative 3 over 5, which is the value of our slope or m, quantity x minus 8, which is the value of our x sub 1. Since there is a fraction in our given equation, or in the resulting equation, we will multiply both sides of the equation by 5 by distributing 5 inside the given equation. And the result will become 5y minus 50 equals negative 15 over 5 quantity x minus 8. Simplifying the given equation further, we have 5y minus 50 equals negative 3 quantity x minus 8. Since there is a presence of a grouping symbol or a parenthesis in the right side of the equation, we need to remove that by distributing negative 3 inside the parenthesis. So the process goes like this. Negative 3 multiplied to x and negative 3 multiplied to negative 8. So the result is 5y minus 50 equals negative 3x plus 24. Transposing negative 50 on the right side of the equation, it will become 5y equals negative 3x plus 24 plus 50. So we change the sign of negative 50 as we transpose it on the right side. So from negative, it became now a positive integer. So the result will become 5y equals negative 3x. We just combine 24 and 50. So it becomes 74. Since it's 5y equals negative 3x plus 74, and if our intention is to write this one in slope-intercept form, we will divide each terms of the equation by 5. So 5y divided by 5 equals negative 3x divided by 5 plus 74 divided by 5. We will cancel out 5. So it will become y equals negative 3x over 5 plus 74 over 5. The next part of our session is finding the equations of a line given 2 points. To find the equation of the line given 2 points in the form x sub 1, y sub 1, which is our first point, that's why it was termed x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2, which is actually our second point, that is why it was denoted as x sub 2, y sub 2, we will use the formula y minus y sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity x minus x sub 1. Now take note that the formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 is our formula in finding the slope of the line. Let's start in example 1. Write the equation of the line that passes through the points 2, 1 and negative 1, negative 5. Our step 1 is identify the x sub 1, y sub 1 and x sub 2, y sub 2. In our given problem, we will label 2, 1 as our x sub 1, y sub 1 or our first point. So x sub 1, y sub 1 is equal to 2, 1. Again, our x sub 1 is 2, our y sub 1 is 1. We will label negative 1, negative 5 as our second point for x sub 2, y sub 2. Again, our x sub 2 is negative 1, our y sub 2 is equal to negative 5. Step 2. Substitute the given points to the formula. So based on our step 1, our x sub 1, y sub 1 is 2, 1. So our x sub 1 is 2, our y sub 1 is 1. Our x sub 2, y sub 2 is negative 1, negative 5. Our x sub 2 is negative 1, our y sub 2 is negative 5. The 2-point formula is y minus y sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity x minus x sub 1. Substituting the given points in the formula, we have y minus 1 equals negative 5 minus 1 all over negative 1 minus 2 quantity x minus 2. Simplifying the given equation further, we have y minus 1 equals negative 6 over negative 3 quantity x minus 2. Simplifying the given equation further, y minus 1 is equal to 2 quantity x minus 2. Since on the right side of the equation there is a parenthesis, we need to remove the given parenthesis by distributing 2 inside the parenthesis. So 2 times x and then 2 times negative 2. And the result is y minus 1 equals 2x minus 4. Transposing negative 1 on the right side of the equation, we will have y equals 2x minus 4 plus 1. Since negative 4 and positive 1 are both like terms, we need to combine them. So it will become y equals 2x minus 3. Now y equals 2x minus 3 is now our equation of the line as far as our given problem is concerned. Now take note that this equation is written in slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. We can also write our equation of the line in standard form. To change to standard form ax plus by equals c, let's go back to our resulting equation a while ago. Y equals 2x minus 3. Now, looking on our standard form of the line, ax plus by equals c, terms containing x and y were written on the left side of the equation, while the constant terms are on the right side. So we will apply that to y equals 2x minus 3. So we will transpose 2x on the left side, and that will become negative 2x plus y equals negative 3. Since we want to start with a positive term, we can multiply, or we will multiply our equation by negative 1. So negative 1 will be distributed to negative 2x. Negative 1 will be distributed to positive y. And negative 1 will be distributed to negative 3. And the result is 2x minus y equals 3. So our answer could be y equals 2x minus 3, which is written in slope-intercept form, or 2x minus y equals 3, which is written in ax plus by equals c. Let us now move on to example 2. Example 2. Determine the equation of the line in y equals mx plus b that passes through 8, 10, and 0, 8. Step 1. Identify the x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2. Now, we will label 8, 10 as our x sub 1 and y sub 1. Again, our x sub 1 is 8, our y sub 1 is 10. We will label 0, 8 as our x sub 2, y sub 2. Again, our x sub 2 is 0, our y sub 2 is 8. Step 2. Substitute the given points to the formula. Our x sub 1, y sub 1 is 8, 10. Our x sub 1 is 8. Our y sub 1 is 10. Our x sub 2, y sub 2 is 0, 8. Our x sub 2 is 0. Our y sub 2 is 8. The 2-point formula is y minus y sub 1 equals y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all over x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity x minus x sub 1. Substituting the given points in the 2-point formula, we have y minus 10 equals 8 minus 10 all over 0 minus 8 quantity x minus 8. Simplifying this equation, we have y minus 10 equals negative 2 over negative 8 quantity x minus 8. Simplifying the given equation further, we have y minus 10 equals 1 over 4 quantity x minus 8. Since there is a fraction in our given equation, we will multiply both sides of the equation by 4. We will distribute 4 to y, we will distribute 4 to negative 10, and we will distribute 4 to 1/4. And the result is 4y minus 40 equals 4 over 4 quantity x minus 8. Simplifying the given equation further, we have 4y minus 40 equals x minus 8. Transposing negative 40 on the right side of the equation, we have 4y equals x minus 8 plus 40. Since negative 8 and positive 40 are both like terms, we need to combine the given like terms. So we have 4y equals x plus 32. Going back to our problem number 2, we need to determine the equation in slope-intercept form. We need to divide each terms of this resulting equation to 4. So 4y divided by 4 is equal to x divided by 4 plus 32 divided by 4. We will cancel out 4 in y. And the result is y equals x over 4 plus 8. Let us now have finding the equation of a line given the slope and its intercept. In this session, always remember the slope-intercept form defined by y equals mx plus b. There are two conditions that we need to take note in finding the equation of a line given the slope and its intercept. The first condition is given the slope and the y-intercept. In finding the equation of the line given the slope and the y-intercept, just substitute the given value of the slope and the y-intercept in the slope-intercept form. Second condition is given the slope and the x-intercept. In finding the equation of the line given the slope and the x-intercept, first, we need to solve for the value of the y-intercept or b. Second, substitute the value of the y-intercept and the slope in the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Let's start with example number 1. Find the equation of the line with the slope of negative 5 and y-intercept of negative 3. Just use the formula y equals mx plus b and substitute the values of the slope and the y-intercept. Our slope in this particular case is negative 5. So m equals negative 5. Our y-intercept is negative 3. So b is equal to negative 3. The slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Substituting the value of your m and the value of your b in the slope-intercept form, we have y equals negative 5x minus 3. This will be our equation of the line for example number 1. But we can also change our answer in standard form. To change to standard form ax plus by equals c, we will just copy our equation y equals negative 5x minus 3. Take note that in our standard form, the terms containing x and y were written in the left side of the equation, while the constant is on the right side of the equation. Applying that in our equation a while ago, we will transpose negative 5x on the left side. So it will become 5x plus y equals negative 3. Therefore, our final answer could be y equals negative 5x minus 3 or 5x plus y equals negative 3. Let's now have example number 2. Find the equation of the line with the slope of 3 and x-intercept of 4. Now, step 1. Solve for the y-intercept or our b. Our slope in this particular problem is 3. So m is equal to 3. Our x-intercept is 4. But we can represent it as a coordinate. So xy is equal to 4, 0. Our x is 4. Our y is 0. Now, substituting the given value of the slope or the given m and the given point or the x-intercept in the slope-intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b, we will have 0 equals 3 quantity 4 plus b. Our y is 0, our m is 3, our x is 4. Our b is unknown because we need to solve for it. Simplifying the equation, we have 0 equals 12 plus b. Since we are asked to solve for the value of the y-intercept or the b, we will transpose 12 on the left side. So it will become negative 12 equals b. So our value for the y-intercept is equal to negative 12. Step 2. substitute the value of the slope and the y-intercept in y equals mx plus b. In step 1, the value of the slope is equal to positive 3. The value of the y-intercept is equal to negative 12. Substituting the value of the slope and the value of the y-intercept in y equals mx plus b, we will have y equals 3x minus 12. This is our equation of the line. But our equation of the line can also be written in standard form. To change the standard form ax plus by equals c, we will just go back to our equation of the line, y equals 3x minus 12. So to change this equation to standard form, we will transpose 3x on the left side, and the result is negative 3x plus y equals negative 12. But since we want to start with an equation containing a positive first term, we can multiply both sides of the equation by negative 1. So negative 1 times negative 3x, negative 1 times positive y, and negative 1 times negative 12. The result is 3x minus y equals 12. So our final answer could be y equals 3x minus 12, or 3x minus y equals 12. Let's have solving word problems involving linear equations into variables. When you have a real-life word problem, there are two things we need to look for. Number one is the rate. It is your slope in the problem. Examples, we have 550 pesos per day, 64 pesos an hour, 20 pesos per person, and 10 pesos a minute. This number is always related to the x value. The term per is a keyword that is often associated with slope or rate. Number 2, we have the flat fee. It is your y-intercept. This value is constant or fixed amount. Now, for us to organize our flat fee and our rate, we are going to use this table. Our flat fee is the y-intercept, while the rate is the slope. Let's have the sample problems. You are visiting Mandaluyong City. Ken Taxi Company charges a flat fee of 40 pesos plus an additional 13 pesos per kilometer. Letter A. Write an equation that you could use to find the cost of a taxi ride in Mandaluyong City. Let x represent the number of kilometers and y represent the total cost. We are going to use the table a while ago for flat fee and rate. In our problem, the flat fee is 40 pesos, while the rate is 13 pesos. Relating our flat fee and our rate to our y equals mx plus b, we will have y equals 13x plus 40. This will be our answer for letter A, because letter A is just asking for the equation. Let us move on to our letter B. How much would the taxi ride for 8 kilometers cost? To answer this question, let us just go back to our equation y equals 13x plus 40. Remember that our x in this equation refers to the number of kilometers. Relating 8 kilometers to this equation y equals 13x plus 40, we will have y equals 13 quantity 8 plus 40. Simplifying this equation, we will have y equals 104 plus 40. And our final answer in this case is 144 pesos. Thank you for listening and God bless.